everybody. I will be talking to all the lovebirds that are out there today. Yes, you lovebirds. If you are planning to tie the knot, well, congratulations. But before you say those two magical words, I do, there are a few important things you should know. In today's video, we will be discussing 3 essential factors that can significantly impact your marriage life. Let's jump. That brings a lot of smile on my face and I am so happy. So today, guys, I want to talk about 3 very important, very crucial things that you must know if you are about to get married, if you are engaged, if you're thinking about marriage in the future. These are 3 important things that you must know, things that are going to help you on the road to getting married, things that are going to help you while you're in the marriage, and things that are going to help you so that your marriage will last for eternity until death do us part, as the Bible commissions us. Okay, guys, so number 1 that I want to talk about is premarital counseling. Yes, guys, that's one that you should not miss. Premarital counseling is very important. Why premarital counseling? What does premarital counseling does? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to help you to understand the why premarital counseling. So number 1, premarital counseling. When you come together as 2 individuals, you have differences, different challenges, because you are different individuals. So you have your own identity and your spouse has their own identity. And therefore, when you come together in a counseling session, you're gonna have a mutual person that you're able to place everything on the table, and all 3 of you are able to look at the issues together and be able to come to an agreement as to how we're going to work it out. Okay, so one, premarital counseling helps you to communicate better with each other, because individually we communicate differently, and especially women communicate differently from men, and men does the same, communicate differently from women. And so premarital counseling helps you to better communicate with each other, and with better communication you're going to be able to understand each other better. And then when you're able to understand each other better, then you're going to be able to work together better, and you're going to be able to foster that kind of togetherness, that oneness that the Bible speaks about, that when you're married, it's 2 becoming 1. Premarital counseling is going to help you to do that. It's going to help you to plan ahead, and as it helps you to plan ahead as a couple, then you're going to be able to have a better footing, a better understanding of where you're going, what it is you're trying to accomplish together as the marriage forges together and becoming this tight-knit marriage. Premarital counseling will help you to establish that. Okay, my friends? All right. And number 2, one that I thought, a matter of fact, before I jump on to number 2, I can say that I'm not just telling you to do premarital counseling because I think it's important. I have been married for almost a decade now, and shout out to my premarital counselor. He was exceptional. Premarital counseling helped me to understand things that I didn't understand about the person that I was about to get married to. It helps me to understand that, and it also helped me to appreciate the person for who he was, to know that he's different from I am different from he is, but we have to get to a central point where we're going to forge this kind of a relationship that would have lasted until death do us part. Okay, guys. So number 2 now, guys, is the importance of being in agreement on major topics. And I'm just going to share 2 with you. One is finances. And from my experience and what I've seen, finance is one of the major thing that leads sometimes to divorce. And so we have, and premarital counseling will help you to establish, as it relates to finances, if you're getting married to somebody, if whether or not he's in debt or I am in debt, how are we going to deal with that? If I am a spender or a spendthrift and he is a saver, how we're going to deal with that? Those are major issues that we have to deal with, because if you are about to establish a family, one of the parts of the equation that we have to make sure that is intact is our finances. Because truth to be told, if 2 people coming together to get married and none of us are stable financially, that can pose a problem. Because if we have a light bill to pay, none of us are working, none of us have any financial backing, what is going to be our A plan to pay our bills? You understand what I'm saying? So we need to put these things on the table. And number 2, as it relates to faith, we're talking about major things that we have to be in agreement on. Faith is the second one. We want to ensure that, as it relates to faith, that we're not unequally yoked. You go to church on a Sabbath or on a Saturday, you want to ensure that this person that you're married to is somebody who is in agreement with your faith, practicing the same faith. And notice I say practicing, you ought to ensure that this person is practicing their faith. If not, you're going to be unequally yoked, and then it's going to cause problem, because this person might not want to go to church on a Sabbath, but you are a practicing faith person, and you want to ensure that you're in church because church is what you do, and as you meet together with other brethren, you sharpen each other. But if your partner is not interested, is not going, is not practicing faith, then you're going to be unequally yoked. You're going to have challenges. If children should come in the picture, it's going to be daddy's not going to church, so I don't want to go, or mommy's not going to church, so I don't want to go. I want to stay home with mommy because mommy's not going, or I want to stay home with daddy because daddy's not going. And then before you know it, spiritually, it's gonna take its time and deteriorate, because that foundation is not there. So you want to ensure that this is a major thing, that you're in agreement on your faith. Okay, all right. You want to know that You are not perfect. Your spouse is not perfect. And because we know this, we're going to know that we're going to have issues. But while you have issues, you have to remember that you have to remain respectful, and you're going to rely on God to help you to remain respectful, treat each other with love in spite of whatever is happening in the relationship. Okay, guys? You want to remember that you're not perfect, he is not perfect, and so when things happen, you have to treat whatever happened different than you will treat the individual. You might not like what was done, but you still love that individual, and so you're gonna show him appreciation, you're gonna show her appreciation, you're gonna show her love, because it's two imperfect people that are coming together, and we can make it work if we are trusting God and if we allow him to lead us. Okay, so guys, marriage can work, but we have to remember these three important things. Premarital counseling, we have to that's number one. We have to, number two, we have to agree on things that are of major importance, and number three, we want to ensure that perfect is not possible, because there is no one that is perfect. We're all imperfect. So don't look for a perfect marriage where you're gonna say, okay, after we get married, we're gonna live happy ever after, only if we understand that these challenges are gonna come about and we streamline plans as to how we are going to overcome these challenges. That's where the happy after comes. But we cannot have this fairy tale mentality that, oh, this is the ideal and this is what's going to happen. It doesn't happen like that, guys. Okay, so guys, when you do all of that, and you know that when the challenging time comes, when things are difficult, you will persevere, because you know that you have God on your side, and he will lead you through the valleys of shadow of death, but he will not leave you alone. So persevere when the challenges comes, because you know that you guys are imperfect, but with God in the vessel, you can smile at the storms when they come upon you. Okay? These are my final thoughts, guys, as it comes to the end of this video. Please, guys, remember that marriage is a beautiful union filled with love and compassion, but it's also a commitment that requires effort. We have to work on it, guys. Understanding and compromise. By prioritizing effective communication, financial compatibility, and share values, you will be equipped to build a strong and fulfilling marriage. Yes, guys, you will. Thank you for making it beyond here. Do have for yourself a fantastic day. See you soon. Bye-bye.